After a tumultuous 4 years for free trade under President Trump, North America will now be trying to get back to business. Yet, so far, President Biden has not differed so much from his predecessor. The new administration's trade team has been stacked with familiar faces from Trump's North American Free Trade Agreement renegotiations.
I look forward to
including Catherine Tai as his top trade executive, a lawyer who was key not only in convincing Democrats to adopt the new USMCA, but also led the litigation of Washington's tariffs dispute with China at the World Trade Organization. Luis Rosano was a member of Mexico's team for those renegotiations and says the politicization of trade in recent years will have a long legacy.
The union leaders, traditionally Democrats, that they would really want to push forward their thinking within the USMCA, but you also have a more centrist President Biden that wants to recover the trust of blue-collar workers that most of them voted for Trump. That means that you have like the perfect storm coming on, because they will try to charge these political issues.
For Mexico, that means higher worker wages, the tightening of previously lax environmental regulations, and protecting workers' rights to unionize, the lack of such stipulations having been a major selling point for doing business in Mexico before. It's a hard line to enforce, and one which will mean new challenges for Mexico.
The new U.S. administration will prioritize the enforcement of the new agreements which Mexico negotiated. So Mexico will no longer be able to attract business through its lower factory wages. So the increased production costs here must be compensated with greater productivity. And if Mexico doesn't take on this challenge, it will result in companies leaving the country.
Indeed, just like Trump, bringing those jobs back to America will be one of President Biden's goals. But making that happen is more complicated than a free trade deal, even if the new arrangement favors the United States.
You can bring wealth, and you can bring technology, and you can bring, innovation. But actually, there are so many of those jobs that are fighting against automation and digitalization. But I think that these issues are going to be flying around for the next months, if not years.
As President Biden begins his administration with a closely guarded hand on international trade, analysts say Mexico may be facing 4 more years of the same trade policies. Alistair Baverstock, CGTN, Mexico City.